Are you surviving on caffeine and willpower? Are you so gosh darn tired that you feel like you're walking through honey? Do you ever feel like there's just not enough time in the day to get all the things done that need to be done? Has your doctor said to you, don't worry about it, it's normal for your age? Or, here's an antidepressant. If so, you might have chronic fatigue. I've got news for you. You don't need more time, you need more energy. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you how I help women get their energy back. I'm Dr. Yvonne Carney. I'm the functional medicine doctor for women who want to ditch their fatigue and get their life back. How do I know it's possible? Because I did it myself. Let me share a little of my story with you. I'll never forget the night. 2006, Christmas night. I was on my way upstairs to put my boys to bed. My youngest boy, Cameron, was running to bed to beat me there, and he tripped over his new Legos all over the floor and cut his lip on his bed frame pretty bad. I heard the screams, and I ran to his room, and I saw him standing there with blood dripping down his chin. Out of nowhere, I heard myself yelling, "Cameron, why couldn't you be more careful? I'm exhausted, and I'm on call tomorrow, and now neither one of us are going to get a good night's sleep." Oh my gosh. How could I yell at my 5-year-old? How could I say that? I hugged him and rocked him. "I'm sorry, Mommy," he cried to me through his tears. And here my 5-year-old was apologizing to me for hurting himself. What a horrible mother. And unfortunately, it wasn't just that night, and it wasn't just with my kids. I was not the wife or friend or mother that I wanted to be. I was okay as long as everybody and everything went exactly as it was supposed to. But as soon as we hit a speed bump, bam, I would lose it. I had a short fuse. It's not that I didn't want to be there. I was just so gosh darn tired. But I put myself on the back burner and plowed on because I was too busy to even think about it. And then a couple years later, it hit me right between the eyes. I was getting up from a nap to go to my boys' baseball game. My husband was the coach, and they were already at the field. I had taken a nap because I was on call the night before, and I was tired, but not that much more tired than usual. However, when I tried to get up, all of a sudden, the room started spinning, and I was sick to my stomach. I couldn't even sit. I couldn't walk. I had to crawl on the floor to the phone and call my husband. He had to leave the game and take me to the ER. I thought I was having a stroke. I remember thinking, oh my God, who will take care of my boys if this is a stroke? How is my husband going to care for me and them if I'm incapacitated? Well, luckily, it was not a stroke. After a few hours in the ER and a CAT scan, I was given the diagnosis of idiopathic vertigo, which means you're really dizzy and we don't know why. It happened again about a year later, and this time I put 2 and 2 together and realized it was from overstress and exhaustion. My job was killing me. So I dove into functional medicine, and I learned everything I could about energy and health. I learned that health is so much more than the absence of a disease. And now I'm on a mission to help women get their life back and ditch their fatigue. Because let's face it, ladies, you are the backbone of your family, and yet you take care of everybody else and not yourself. And that has to stop today. So my program, the Chronic Fatigue Solution, we work on giving the body what it needs to thrive and taking away barriers to healing. It's a journey. It's not a short one, unfortunately. It's a journey. And some of my patients have to start out in little baby steps because they don't have any energy to do more than that. But over time, we see results. Let me give you an example. Jane. When Jane first came to see me, she plopped down in the chair and cried, "You are my last hope." She had severe brain fog and no energy, and she hurt everywhere. She told me, "I feel like I'm faking it at work because my brain is mush, and pretty soon they're going to discover that I'm losing it, and then I won't have a job anymore." Relax, Jane, I told her. It's a journey, but you're in the right place. So we started working together. Now, it did happen a few times over the first few months, like I told her it might, that she came to my office and she was a little frustrated because she didn't feel better yet. Relax, Jane. Please hang in there. Please don't lose hope. It takes time to heal. So she hung in there. And over time, the bad days got a little bit less, and she had a good day every once in a while. And then one day, 7 months later, she came into my office smiling radiantly. She gave me a great big hug and she said, I am back. She had just come back from spring break, camping with her kids, and she even got to go kayaking and hiking. She beamed and said, no way I could have done that before. I used to have to stay in camp and let my husband do all the fun stuff with the kids. This time I was the one out there. Thank you for giving me my life back. I never thought I would feel this good again. So that's why I love my job. I get to help women get their life back by giving them their energy back. Now, unfortunately, and it breaks my heart, but not everybody gets the help they need in time. Gloria did not. After a few years of being told that her brain fog and joint pain and severe fatigue were normal aging, she was finally diagnosed with autoimmunity. Her rheumatologist put her on a medicine called Humira, which suppresses the immune system. And for a while, she felt better. The joint pain went away, and she was able to continue her life with some semblance of normalcy. However, after a few years, she developed a form of cancer called chronic lymphocytic leukemia. How could this happen? Well, her rheumatologist told her that cancer is a side effect of immune suppressing medicines. It's in the fine print of the drug warnings. She told me, I'm literally fighting for my life. Who is going to be there for my kids if I can't beat this? I shuddered when she told me what happened at the oncologist's. There she was sitting in a little hospital exam room in a gown on the table, and the oncologist was typing on the computer. Well, there's no cure, he said, and we don't treat it until you get really sick, but try not to worry too much because it's a very slow progressing cancer. Wow. Way back when she had chronic fatigue and pain, why didn't anybody talk to her about things she could do to take control of her health? All they had to offer her was medications to ease her symptoms, medications with big risks, and now she's suffering the consequences. I don't want that to happen to you. Listen, if you have joint pain, brain fog, and severe fatigue, it is not normal. Please don't let anyone tell you that it's normal aging. Don't wait for a diagnosis of autoimmunity or cancer before you start to make changes. Now, I know it's easy to put yourself on the back burner because you're wired that way as a woman. And you may think now's not the right time, and you may think that a program is too expensive, but I have to ask you, who will be there for your family if you're not? If you don't take care of yourself, who's going to take care of them when you can't? Listen, the difference between the people who get well and the ones who stay sick are the ones who get well make a decision to do whatever it is necessary to take control of their health. You have a choice. Take control of your health or wait for disease to hit you like a train. So I have a question for you. Is your health a priority? Are you ready to take control of your health? If so, let's connect. Please follow the link below and let's schedule a discovery call. In this call, we spend a little time getting to know each other and I get to hear your concerns and we determine if we're a good fit to work together. Now there's a charge, there's a $50 charge just to make sure you're committed to the call. But I'll deduct this from your first visit. Listen, I don't need the $50. I need you to be 100% committed to the call because this is important. No more wasting time on things that don't work. No more putting yourself on the back burner. Now is your time. Now is the time to heal.